Hi, Dust 350 here, and I'm coming at you with a very special review of a product I like to call wine. Now, okay, straight off the bat, this ain't exactly what I thought it was going to be. I thought I had a wolf blast, but it's actually what's known as Hardy's. So, there you go. Hardy's. So, this is Shiraz 2023 vintage. Stamp of Australia, 1 litre of sweet red wine. Now, I'd like to quote a man, so we'll sort that out in post-production. Anyway, this is Hardy's Shiraz. Now, I'm not some kind of wino. It's like, I would have had a swimming pool or two full of red wine in my day, but I haven't had any red wine for a long time. It's been about a year probably, give or take a couple of months. So yeah, there's 33% extra in this wine. A little bit extra for Christmas. And yeah, it's a nice bottle. Big concave kind of bit in there. Where my finger's going. Not flat, you know. As most wine bottles tend to be. Not that I'd know that. Alright, we're going to read the back. Hardy's, Stamp of Australia Shiraz. Thomas Hardy's pioneering vision and passionate spirit for winemaking is at the heart of each outstanding range of Hardy's wines. One of the first wines to ever be exported from Australia, the Hardy's Stamp range showcase our winemakers' blending skills both from diverse regions and grape varieties to produce outstanding, delicious wines. A medium-bodied wine, rich in plum, red currant and dark cherry flavours, with soft tannins and a smooth finish, perfect with BBQ red meat. Join us on hardyswines.com. Customer service, blah blah blah. 1 litre. 11 standard drinks in here for anyone following the standard drink friggin' measure. And it's got a pregnancy warning. Pregnancy warning. Yeah. Close up for anyone who wants to read it. Hopefully that's focused enough. So it's a Stamp of Australia Shiraz. Hardy's. Just put that down for a second. Now, full disclosure off the bat. Gamers, ladies, I had wolfblast.com.au queued up, ready to deep dive into that, and it's been made frickin' redundant, like so much Swiss cheese. I'm gonna have to quickly just hang on. Hold the line, please, while I type in whatever it was. Let me get another look here. To find out more, join us on hardywines.com. Well, that's pretty easy. hardywines.com. Loading. Alright. What year were you born? It's a funny thing, because as I just was saying, I had the Wolf Blast site queued up, and it asks the same thing. It's like, key in your year of fucking birth. Put in 1945. Like, yeah, must be some kind of Australian laws or something. Like, dear freaking website, please. Don't mean to interrupt myself there, but it's like, hang on. At the corner of my gaming eyes, I just noticed this website seems to be hosted in Canada, where Drizzy was from. More on that later. It's like, the bottom line of what I was saying is, these sites ask you the year of your birth. It's like, so little freaking kids don't go and look at the wine catalogs. It's like, are you kidding? 1945. Alright. So we got hardywines.com queued up in the playlist. But we're not going to beat around the game a frickin' bush too much longer. It's like, I know what you came here to see. Good wine review. So I'm not just going to talk about it, we're going to crack a bottle. Slim Shady style. With 1 liter of sweet red wine. So my hands are a big game of greasy. Hopefully I can open this. I can't. I'm going to need a cloth. So, not saying that I'm Jewish, but it's like I've got this thing lying around. I already, no disrespect to, anything, but it's like, yeah, I wipe my phone down with this thing, because it's like, damn, game is all out of tissues. Alright, so we're opening the wine, and it's open. 1 liter of Hardy Shiraz. Alright, so I'm gonna sniff it. It's fruity with a bit of plum and frickin' tannins in there. It's like, yeah, Murray Darling River. If you know, you know. Now, I don't think it's that kosher to sniff the bottle. I should have probably poured that in here first, so let's do that right now. Now, as you can see, I got my wine glass here. I'm gonna pour up a nice, fruity and plum-rich Shiraz. So as you can see, that nice colour, the nice kind of pinkish red, should be enough for a gamer almost. Alright, so we put that down, 350. Reapply the lid. And this is what I should have sniffed to begin with. Not the bottle, but the cup. So let's have another sniff right now. Get the full hit in the nose. It's pretty strong smelling. Hardy's. Now, while I'm trying to get a little thumbnail here, let's do a bit more full disclosure. Now, I was at the place where you buy this stuff, bottle shop. And, yeah, I was looking for wines. Now, as I was saying earlier, it's like, I'm not a full-blown winer or anything like that, but I don't mind a red wine. It's like if I had to choose. I know it's like a little wheezy and drizzy. We're all about that white wine and a spritzer, but spritzers, I don't mix spritzers and wine really. I'm more of a red wine type of man. Don't mind a Shiraz, don't mind a Merlot kind of thing, but this time we went with the Shiraz Hardy's 1 liter. Now for whatever reason I thought it was Wolf Blass. I was telling a buddy of mine, I said to him, I bought a wine, a Wolf Blass. Little did I know, it was fucking Hardy's. And yeah, I guess it's because the Wolf Blass was right next to it. Anyway, smells fruity. I can smell the fruity plums or whatever, the grapes and the varieties. So, cheers to Christmas. Alright, let's get a taste of this, live, exclusive on 350. It's like, am I meant to hold it like this? Probably not. As I said, this ain't my first rodeo when it comes to wines, but it's like, yeah, the little things matter. So, first impressions as a certified wine buff, graduated from the College of Fruity Gordo, it's like, yeah, it tastes pretty good. It was a $10 wine, so I know it's 30% extra whatever, 1 liter. Usually wines around here are 750 milliliter, but this is what I've got, 1 liter, and it's pretty good. Nice, fruity, kind of clear. You can see through it up close. The camera probably not, but it's like, I guess you can't see through it, but you can kind of see through it. It's like, yeah, in the light you can see through it for sure. get another taste of this sweet red wine. Now that's alright. It's not too strong, but it's not weak enough that you can't taste it. It's like, yeah, I'm having a wine. There's no fruit juice, even though me and Drizzy on the cruise ship in Ibiza, we're drinking wine like it's fruit juice. That's another story, I don't mean to get too off topic. Alright, so we'll just let the flavours settle and the aromas swelter for a minute. Excuse me, but while we're doing that, let's queue up the website. Hang on, let me engage full screen mode on the browser. Alright, here we go. Alright, so as you can see, we got the hardies.com on the playlist. Blah blah blah. Should I discover the story? I don't see why not. They got a philosophy and everything. Jesus. Up in flames. Alright, let's see how much of this we can freaking bear. Alright. Our story. Then, now, and always. Certainty in every bottle. The certainty in here, Mr. Tucci? I don't know about that. The certainty that you're gonna get a mouthful of freaking plumbed up Gordo Shiraz. That's about the only certainty in this bottle. Alright. From the moment Thomas Hardy arrived in Australia in 1850 to the wide range of quality wines we produce today, you can always be certain of Hardy wines. Because there's certainty in every bottle. Alright. It's pretty fruity. Dive into our rich history, our philosophy, the McLaren Vale, meet the winemakers. I got a lot of barrels in there. Alright. The story begins. The story of Hardy's begins with the very man who gave us his name, Thomas Hardy. From the moment he arrived in Australia in 1850, his ingenuity, determination and hardy work built a business that has lasted more than 160 years. Well, cheers to him. It's like I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the old Mr. Thomas Hardy fella. Just off the bat, it's like, is there any other Thomas Hardys out there in the building? It's like James Hardy, the asbestos guy. Is he a relative? I don't know. More on that later. Alright. Born on the farm. Thomas Hardy was born in the small village of Giddersham in Devon, England. He was one of the generations of Hardys who lived and farmed in the Devon countryside. A new century. Generally regarded as the father of the wine industry in South Australia, he was a grand pioneer who came to Australia as a young man, and by his unbounded energy built up business, which is known in both hemispheres, and which played an important part in winning for the central state. Such preeminence as the producer of wine. Okay, excuse me, let me restate all that again. It was like I was getting too carried away in the fantasy of freaking Hardy on the Devon farm or whatever. It's like, just off the bat, for anyone outside of the country who doesn't know about great tradition Australian winemaking and the Murray-Darling or whatever, the bottom line is there's a little state called South Australia. I've never been there. It's probably good, but it's like, yeah. Anyway, it's got a reputation for being full of wine valleys and Barossa, Dolce Rosso. Anyway. So I'll say that all again. His unbounded energy built up business which is known in both hemispheres and which played an important part in winning for the central state such preeminence as the producer of wine. So now you know. The registered newspaper at the time of Thomas Hardy's death, up in flames. By 1900, Thomas Hardy and Sons was the largest winemaker in South Australia. So when Thomas's original winery at Bankside burnt to the ground in 1904, it could have been a devastating blow, but Thomas took it in his stride, moving on to his new larger site at Mile End. Well, it didn't stop him. Up in flames, their fucking wine place burnt down. Alright. It's terrible. Yeah, Drizzy. It's like I said to Drizzy one night, what is it about white wine, like, Drizzy? I can't tell you what he said, but the bottom line is, he respected the fact that I prefer the red wine. He's like, I get it, 350. That's all I can say. Alright. International success. The Hardy wine empire is preparing to celebrate its 150th year since Thomas Hardy planted his first vineyard on the outskirts of Adelaide. More than 7.6 million cases of wine are now sold worldwide under the Hardy's brand each year. That equates to a bottle being bought every 4 seconds. Old Thomas Hardy would be very proud of how far his company has reached. ABC National Rural News 2003. Alright. And so he should be. It's like, this is a pretty good wine from down under. No doubt about it. It's like, I'm sure there's people right now in China, freaking USA, Japan, sipping on a Hardy's every 4 seconds going, God damn, that's this is fruity, and I can taste the plum. The rich freaking South Australia soil and vineyards. Makes me feel great, they'd be saying. With their red meat and BBQs. I don't have that. I did have a breakfast earlier, but it's like, damn. I don't need a BBQ for a wine. It's like, I don't mind a wine with dinner, but BBQ, it's like, I guess I'm just not out here BBQing very much. So he'd be proud the matriarch receives her dues in 1973. Eileen's 4 children decided to celebrate them. Who the hell's Eileen, by the way? I don't think they've mentioned Eileen yet. Like, it's like they expect me to know Eileen. Eileen's 4 children decided to celebrate their mother's 80th birthday with the best wine in the company. The first Eileen Hardy Shiraz, an accolade only briefly eclipsed by the Order of the British Empire she received from the Queen at Buckingham Palace in 1976. So, the Queen's sipping on Hardy's. It's like, they can't make a Shiraz in the old country the way we do down in South Australia. Well, they do. I don't do it. One day maybe. 350 vineyards. It's because I like wine, like the fella said. Alright, meet the Hardy's family. So here, I guess they tell us about Eileen. So there's Thomas Hardy, the founder of Hardy's Wines. By 1876, he purchased the Tintera Vineyard Company. By 1894, Thomas Hardy had become the largest winemaker in the colony. I like how it's the colony. And the press labelled him the father of the wine industry in South Australia. Alright, so this must be his great-grandpappy? Thomas Hardy Nottage was Thomas Hardy's... Okay, it's his nephew. Thomas Hardy Nottage was Thomas Hardy's nephew. It's like Frodo Hardy. Frodo. And here's Bilbo. Alright, I'm getting off topic. The Lord of the Rings wasn't invented yet. Down under, it took another friggin' till World War II. Booms and busts, whatever. Alright, so Thomas Hardy's nephew, Frodo, and he began working for his uncle at the age of 15 in 1884. He retired in 1941 after working for Hardy's Wines for 66 years. Put your hand away for 350. The company made a decision that his exceptional service should be recognised, and one of the prime vineyards at Tintera was renamed Nottage Hill. So it's probably still there, that place. If me and Wheezy and Drizzy and J. Cole went on a wine tasting tour down under, it's like, yeah, we'd probably go to Nottage Hill. Nottage Hill. This is probably where this comes from, Nottage Hill. So here's to Frodo Baggins, Nottage, Thomas Hardy Nottage, that is. Mr. President. Alright. Eileen Hardy, the matriarch. Born in 1893, Eileen took on the role of brand ambassador for Hardy Wines in 1938, after her husband Tom Mayfield Hardy was tragically killed in the Koyima air crash. So the husband died in an airplane and she took over the wine business. She became so well known by wine lovers that everyone called her Auntie Eileen. She doesn't mind a wine, they say, Eileen. I respect that. In 1977, her enormous contribution to the Australian wine industry was recognised when she was made an Officer of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, OBE. Well, there you go. She's excellent. The Queen's drinking Hardy's wine. She's impressed. There's more of them. Alright, this fella's Sir James Hardy. Now, is this the asbestos fella? Can't be. Alright. Jim James Hardy is Tom and Eileen Hardy's youngest child. Jim joined the company in its centenary year, 1953, and worked in a variety of roles before transferring to Sydney as director and manager for New South Wales. Jim's perhaps best known in Australia as a legendary yachtsman. He has sailed successfully in Admiral's Cups, America's Cups, and Olympic Games, and he was awarded an OBE and knighted for his service to yachting and the community. In Jim's honour, Hardy's Wines released the Sir James sparkling wine range in the late 80s. And here's Bill Hardy, this man. He looks like a nice fella. Willie Bill Hardy, son of Thomas and Barbara Hardy, Bill's father advised him to head to France in 1972 to study for the French winemaking degree at Université de Bordeaux. Bill's winemaking career spanned 23 years, making wine in South Australia, Western Australia, and France. Bill then became Hardy's brand ambassador, spending 2 decades travelling Australia and the world, ensuring the wine world was left in no doubt about the unique heritage, unrivaled product portfolio, and outstanding quality of Hardy wines. Alright, so there's certainty in every bottle, in case we've forgotten. That was a lot of history. So recap, Hardy came out back in the old times to the colony, started making wines down under. He bought some vineyard and got moving. He must have known a thing or two about wine, let's just say. So, the certainty in every bottle, then, now, and always. Today our winemakers continue to uphold Hardy's pioneering and visionary spirit, crafting quality wines for consumers to enjoy across the globe. This long-standing commitment to quality, backed by over 9,000 medals, ensures that whatever bottle our consumers choose, they can be confident and certain that Hardy's is their finest and bestest choice. Alright. So there's some of the people now. I wonder if any of them are related to the pioneers and the matriarch of Hardy's, probably. Hardy's winemaking team. Key to the success of Hardy's has been a lineage of incredible winemakers, each bringing their own rich winemaking skills that goes back more than 170 years. Our current Hardy's winemaking team is exceptional, and each brings their own diverse thinking to ensure Hardy's is constantly refining and improving our wines, whilst honouring the winemaking techniques of their predecessors. So you got Matthew, Vicky, Helen McCarthy, and Sam Milne at the end there. And here's some of the picks. So there's a 2019 Shiraz there, it's $35, but that's not what I have. They don't seem to have a Twitter, sadly. So that was pretty good. It's like we learned a lot. I'm not going to say I know everything about Hardy's now, but I know that I feel good about it and that I'm certain that there's a bit of certainty in every bottle. A little bit of plum in there, you know. Alright. So that was pretty good. Tragedy strikes again. So there's more to it. It's like you can look at more in every little bit. This website's full of a lot of information. Opportunity beckons. blah blah blah. He only had £30 in his pocket. He went and got on a ship. Alright. We don't need to know everything. I think just the, off the bat, let's see a bit about their philosophy. Certainty, Australian winemaking. They're multi-regional and around the world. Alright. I think we've, the McLaren Vale. Meet the winemakers. Alright. Let's just see if we can find our one. So, it's a Shiraz. That's what we know. Holy moly. Did it got a $250 fucking Shiraz? Alright, we're gonna go low to high, because our one was only $10. It's not there. So it was Stamp of Australia, wasn't it? I can't find it. Well, it doesn't matter. It's probably not good enough to be on the site. It's like, this is just a cheap one, $3.50. It doesn't get an article. But, yeah. We learnt a lot. Domisati. Well, I don't have much more to say about the website, really. By the look of it, it's like, yeah, they seem like good people. They're out here in the colony making wines, whatever. I like them. Celador, wine tasting. Clinket Tintera, what the hell's this? Yeah, food and drink. It looks like they're having a good time. Ladies. Alright. They got a friggin' DJ there. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna book a ticket to this just yet. I might next year. But yeah. I think that's, all I can really get out of the website. So, I guess I'll summarize. I know I haven't finished the wine yet, but I think I've had enough time to assemble my thoughts and make a judgment on it. I guess I probably could check if they actually do have a Twitter, even though they don't say they do. Just 1 second, let me see if I can see that Twitter. Because, yeah, like I said, I thought I had a wolf blast, for whatever reason. But no. At face value, they don't seem to have a Twitter. I know they have an Instagram, but I'm not going to check it. It's like, yeah. I only check Twitters. Well, I guess we can take another look at the bottle. Stamp of Australia. Shiraz. Yeah. The website was alright, I feel the certainty, let's just say. And yeah. The wine is pretty good. It's alright. Like, yeah. If you're looking for a Shiraz, this one's, you can count on it. Certainty in every bottle. So I'm going to give it a highly recommended. If, strings attached, you're looking for a wine in the first place. It's like, it's not just highly recommended to everybody. It's only highly recommended to people who already are looking to buy a red wine. That's who it's highly recommended for, in my opinion. As a red wine enthusiast, I think I've got the credentials to say that. So yeah. Well, that concludes the review, pretty much. But yeah, I will finish the wine and just do a bit of a 350 end of year debrief with the rest of the audience who's still with me. Now, as I was saying earlier, it's like you might be asking yourself, or you might be asking me, wanting to ask me in the comments and on Twitter saying, Dear 350, where's you been? Where's your video? You haven't posted since lip gloss over a year ago. It's like, damn it. I don't know what to tell you. I've been meaning to, but it's like better late than never, right? Yeah. But fruity. There's plums in here. And it's making me feel alright. Certainty in every bottle, in every mouthful. Well, yeah. I don't know what more I can really say. The website was good. The wine itself is good. There's 33% extra, so it is a good deal. It's like, if you're looking down the barrel of Wolf Blass, 750ml for $10, and Hardy, this stamp of Australia, Shiraz, 1 litre for $10, it's like, yeah, you're pretty much better off with the Shiraz, the Hardys. It's like, why settle for less? Let me know in the comments on Twitter. Yeah. Pretty good. It's like, yeah, 1 litre. I'm not going to put it in the fridge. It's like, I don't know for sure. I should probably ask ChatGPT. Dear ChatGPT, should I put my red wine Shiraz in the fridge? It's like, I don't really care what it says. I'm not going to anyway. So, I'm just going to have to take our chances. See what happens, kind of thing. Hardies. Well, I'm just looking for any little last bit of joy I can get on their website. There must be more to it. Our story, Tindera, Chardy, HRB, Shop All Wines. There must be more to it. War generation olds becomes new, exploring new regions. Then now and always, around the world. No, that's pretty much it. South Australia, Tintera. Got a lot of different wines to choose from, but yeah, certainty in every bottle you can count on. Red wine. Fruity. Plums in here. Get one more sniff of this. Oh, not too bad. It's like pretty strong stuff. I didn't check the alcohol content. I can't seem to see it at face value. It's like, how much alcohol in here? Isn't it the law that they have to say that? Not that I care, but it's like, damn. Let a gamer freaking know. I could deduce it somehow. It's like 11 standard drinks in 1 litre. There's a way to calculate it based out of that, for sure, but I think this actually doesn't say the percentage alcohol. Well, look, wine, you know. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't say. Oh well. Just have to take our chances. A little drop in there. It's a heave offering. It's like, yeah, I'll put that into my hair. Alright. Feeling alright. You can put this away. It was good. Highly recommended. For someone already looking for a red wine, that is. Alright. Well, that pretty much sums up our wine review. Shiraz, Hardy's wine. So yeah. It's like, yeah. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for all the latest in 350 developments, and I'll be looking forward to posting more videos soon. Thanks for watching. 350 out.